Take me to the cemetery. She's still alive.
Trouble is my business. You have this black and white detective film, and as a Dick Tracy feel. I really enjoyed the voiceover device in this. So it's like you can hear his thoughts interchange with the action that's actually happening in the scene. So as an audience, we're in on what he's thinking and how he's putting everything together. It's all about finding a missing person in this family where people keep disappearing suddenly. And he gets involved as soon as the daughter of the missing person comes to hire him. And then she goes missing after a one night stand. So now it turns into this whole whodunit, who's at fault, and who is the suspect. And this is a city where there's corruption abound everywhere. You have corrupt cops. You have this intense family drama where there's this crazy tension between the mother, the daughter, who gets the money, who doesn't get the money, who's inheriting what. And then at the center of it all, you have this mega diamond that everybody wants, and this black book where it lists everyone's crimes, and everybody is scared of that coming out. And the person who has access to all of this is this detective who needs to figure out who did it because he cannot rest. And you have this unconventional love story going on at the same time where he falls in love with the sister of the girl who's gone missing. And he thinks that he's trying to help her this whole time. But, things end up not going completely as planned. And the ending was just so unexpected to me. I did appreciate the strong female character, just to see her really, out there kicking ass and just being a figure of strength. But what was also unexpected was how she was also the villain in it, and it has a very unconventional villain, which I admired. The people in this who are supposed to be the bad guys are the good guys, and the ones that are supposed to be the good guys are the bad guys. And it really does turn everything on its head. But you get the satisfaction of in the end of knowing that he figures it all out. And that's really all that matters. So yeah, I definitely really enjoyed this. And just I just think it's I love that he had to solve this crime no matter what, despite what might have been easier for him. He's like, I'm going to solve this crime, even if it means the end of me. And he did.
Trouble is My Business is the pinnacle of all things film noir. From the lighting and the cinematography to all the different detective tropes, such as the femme fatale, it really builds to this grand element of mystery and intrigue that honestly left me with a very satisfying conclusion. Well, bittersweet, but still satisfying conclusion. Um, when we finally find out the true culprit behind everything, and all of the pieces eventually do line up for very, like I said, very bittersweet but satisfying conclusion. All in all, I had a lot of fun watching this one.
All right, I just finished watching Trouble Is My Business. So I enjoyed this piece. I thought it had a really sort of classic noir feel to it, a very throwback detective, Dick Tracy type conceit. I thought it had a really sort of academic understanding of how it normally works, especially visually, that made the piece interesting. There was really great lighting, use of shadows, obviously the black and white aesthetic, but I thought that cinematography really matched the mood and the expected style for the piece. And I thought all the classic tropes of like a femme fatale, of unclear good guys and bad guys, long voiceovers, very meditative pacing. I thought all really contributed to a very sort of classic reconstruction of the tropes that are typical with the genre. So I thought it was clearly very well done. Acted in a way that I thought really reflected a sort of an engagement with the piece from everybody involved, and definitely a sense of style that came through that really let you know that it was reflecting a genre that's very deep and classic. And I thought they did their best reflecting those tropes while also trying to have a different twist and angle through their a particular murder mystery at the center of the film. So I thought it was more than overall, and I ended up enjoying it.
I thought this was a really great use of black and white in the classic film noir style. The mystery was definitely interesting, although it did have a bit of a spoof element, which was enjoyable. Overall, a really great approach to a black and white style film.
Trouble is my business. So I liked the introduction of Roland Drake as a sort of no nonsense taking sort of person. He's quite sort of enigmatic at first, lone wolf trope, but sort of gets business done and is really good at his job apparently, but also quite sort of like a smooth talker. So I like that character development and introduction to us. It seems like someone really enjoyable to follow along, a very likable character for the audience to follow along. I liked how the information unfolded throughout the feature as well, which is nice because it takes you to a place where you sort of have your own assumptions and conclusions at a certain point of the film to the mystery, but then something else pops up which brings you back to sort of square one. So I liked that sort of journey that they took us on, and I also liked how the throes of sort of cartoonish comedy are in there. In the sort of mystery, there's sort of like a juxtaposition, which is fun. It gave it a sort of edge rather than other normal sort of murder mysteries don't have. So those are sort of my two commentaries.
This reviews for Trouble is My Business, and I thought this was an amazing film. They have excellent performances, a very cool narrative, this voice of narration from the main character as well. There's just a very intelligent touch. I really enjoyed it. Their witty comments, mostly from this private investigator, but everyone actually gives some funny remarks through the movie. This murder mystery that started with missing persons investigation, the family feuds, the betrayal, ambition, corruption, and the romance that is always present during the whole film, with the cadence from an old movie with the black and white effect, the music and the sound effects. They are just transporting back to a few decades ago where the style of movies was in trend. The costume and scene design with all the cars and the wardrobe, everything is very well aligned and well researched. And I loved how we get to an ending that reveals all the intrigue and has the ultimate betrayal that was not a lot of surprise, but to the main character it is just a basic understanding of falling in love and what can happen when you risk it. I loved it. It was very, very, very engaging and brilliant. It was an excellent job.